Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. One of my subscribers emailed me, Rosie, you should sit up straight when you're doing videos. So I'm going to work on that. I'm going to work on that, right? The old bat. Straighten up, Rosie. You get better lines when you straighten up. Well, okay. Can't teach an old dog new tricks, but we shall see. Anyway, I hope your Sunday is off to a good start as we move deeper into spring here. I'm, of course, excited. The travel season, and I've been very happy to part one as I speak of my travel journey. Probably end up being a four-parter because, well, I want to break it into segments that'll be easy to watch. So that's uploading now. It is in 4K, and the first video ends up being about 7 gigs. So it's going to take about 3 hours, but the upside is you guys get 4K quality and a really nice travel experience. I'm trying to do that with all of my videos if possible. Now, being on the road is a different story with sketchy internet, with Wi-Fi. You don't want to be parked outside of a McDonald's or whatever for 12 hours uploading a video. Let's get to it today. What I wanted to talk about, a very scary moment for me on the road, and it took me a while to try to theorize what was going on. And when I got up to about Point Arena, up on the Pacific coast, by that point, I don't know if I was still in Sonoma County or Mendocino County, I noticed that I was starting to get a rubbing sound from the rear of my vehicle, and it seemed to be coming, it's hard to tell when you're in the driver's seat, but it seemed to be coming from the passenger side rear tire area. And of course you're thinking to yourself, oh my goodness, that's all I need. The first thought that came to my mind is, even though these are ever sealed bearings and supposed to be good for a couple 100,000 miles, in these wheels, it's the way they make things, sealed systems these days, you never know when the odd bearing could fail. And I'm thinking to myself, this is going to be beautiful when I seize up this tire going around these hellacious curves and things like that. That was the first thought that crossed my mind, is I'm about to lose a bearing. It's going to catch on fire. It's going to be smoking. It's going to be a disaster out there on the road. Well, it didn't seem to be. I thought about that. Then I dropped down to thought number B was the brake pads or whatever on the vehicle. And I recently had the brakes done in LA, so I knew that they were good. What I actually theorized happened and why I was getting that shoes kind of sound was that I had so overheated the braking system on the rear, going through all these very trying and potentially deadly curves on Highway 1 with the braking and the great distance that I traveled. I had added so much heat to my brakes that I think there was some sort of expansion started to occur and created a rubbing against the shoe in the back of it. And yeah, it was a little scary, and thank goodness I lived with that all the way up to Fort Bragg, a distance of another 50 miles or something like that. And I thought to myself, well, at least I'm going to have a good meal here at Denny's before I, tear into this situation. It's one thing to be close to home and something develops. And man, when you're 120, 130 miles up the road and you got a problem, right? Where's the parts place? But this big deal, Rosie, get it towed in to a Ram dealer. Well, there ain't none. There ain't none around. You're in the middle of nowhere, right? There's very little in the way of services, the internet, and you just don't want to be out on those roads. And my biggest fear, because there's no turnoff spots really on Highway 1 in so many places, it's impossible. You're just stuck on that road. And all I could think was my smoking rear seized up tire on the vehicle trapped around some curve where it came to a screeching halt, and somebody comes barreling around one of those curves, blind, and just comes up on, and that's the end of me and the end of Little Rascal. Well, thankfully, didn't turn out that way. The next morning when I got up and started using the van to go get a cup of coffee and get some morning video, I noticed that the sound had gone. And that kind of reinforced my theory that I had such a heated braking system that when it contracted and cooled to normal level, everything was okay. At least I think it's okay. At least I think it's okay. Being on the road is no place that you want to have a problem. So that was my scary moment on my recent, we'll call it a 260-mile round trip journey. I'm really pleased with the video, the way it's turning out, and I hope to have part one roll today. These take a lot of time and effort. So I hope that you will check it out. Just stop by and, hey, I checked out the video, Rosie. Leave a comment, leave a thumbs up. It will really be appreciated. For now, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thumbs up are appreciated. Thanks, everybody.